This is Coogan Cassius for IFL TV. We're at the Box and Burn gym here in Santa Monica. With me, I've got Olympic bronze medalist Tony Jeffries. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Good to see you.
It's been weird. Like I said, I mean, we just spoke about it there. I mean, I've never met you before, but obviously I'm very aware of you. You said you've been watching my videos. It's kind of like we know each other but don't.
Yeah.
It's a bit strange, but I mean, you've set yourself up a life there, Tony. Got this great gym here. Obviously, the glitz and glamour of LA. Is it the glitz and glamour of LA, or is it hard work? What is it?
The glitz and glamour here. It's like living on holiday. I absolutely love it here. I've been home once in 2 years, and it's amazing. I come to work every day. I work as hard as anyone. Well, not as hard as boxers. Boxers work the hardest. I work really hard. I'm here sometimes 15, 16 hour days. But I love it. I absolutely love coming to the gym, love meeting new people, and love training people.
It's been a couple of years now since obviously you were told that you weren't going to be able to box again.
Yeah.
Your hand.
Yeah.
How is your hand now?
I don't know if you can see there. So this is what's up with my hands. I get asked all the time. It's the same with this one. So I can't make a fist. See, this will not go down. See me, it'll not go down. So the first thing when I punch, it's when I hit this, and this swells up. I've tried it a few times. I can do everything in everyday life apart from punch. So, you know, that's why I had to retire. I waited over a year to find out if I could fight again. I tried everything. I'd seen the top surgeons in England, in LA, in California, hand surgeons, and there's nothing anyone would do. I got all sorts of different types of treatment, but I had to call it a day. Hardest thing I've ever done in my life, retiring from boxing.
You finished your career with 10 fights, unbeaten.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll go on in life with, and do you feel like you'll be able to get over that fact, or do you think that, you know, you'll still have an element of regret there, you know, as years go on, despite what you do in your life?
It's a good question, but I'm over that now. I got over it. Like when I announced my retirement, I was just over it then. Like I say, it was the hardest thing I had to do in my life. I announced it on my Facebook page. Been boxing since I feel like I'm getting emotional now. I've never really spoke about it before. Announcing it on my Facebook page, it was horrible, but I got depressed. I felt down in the dumps, and then I feel like I'm going to cry. I've never spoken about like this before, but now my life's great. My life's amazing. I'm out here in LA. Like I say, the hardest job in the world is boxing. Now I'm not boxing. I'm loving my job. I'm getting all sorts of opportunities. The gym's doing good. It's great.
Beijing was 6 years ago now.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah, 6 years ago now.
Wow.
Obviously, the Olympians from Beijing, you keep an eye on them, and you know, obviously you're willing them, you know, to do the best. I mean, the Gal and Billy Joe Saunders, Frankie Gavin, you know, they're all doing their thing. The Gal's on the verge of a world title. Billy Joe Saunders probably not far off a world title shot himself, and Frankie Gavin will find himself in that same situation. So, you know, you must look at them with a little bit of envy, but also, you know, being pleased for them at the same time.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. I'm very envious of them, and like that's what realistically I should have been doing, being up there, trying to fight for titles or whatever. But they're doing it, and they're doing great, along with David Price, even though he was unlucky last year. I keep in touch with David quite a bit. I feel like all the Olympians, even Stephen Smith, he wasn't an Olympian, but he's on the England team, Danny Price, we all grew up together, we all turned into men together, if that makes sense. So I've got a special bond with all of them, and I really wish them all the most success in the world, and I'm really proud of every single one of them for what they're doing. If they're winning, if they're not winning, I'm just proud of them, and I'm proud that they're still working on it.
What do you make of the current crop of Olympians that come from London 2012? Obviously, we've got, you know, 2 gold medalists, including, you know, and also, I mean, Nicola Adams won a gold medal as well. But you know, in the men's, we've got Luke Campbell and Anthony Joshua, and then guys like Tom Stalker, and you know. So, what do you make of that crop?
Yeah, amazing, really, really good, really talented. My biggest surprise was Anthony Joshua, because Luke Campbell was on the team when I was on the team. So was Tom Stalker, and we came up together. With Anthony Joshua, he seemed to come out of nowhere. I don't really know the background of it, and then he's just smashed everything. I was in London for the Olympics, and I watched him fight, and he's absolutely amazing. He done great, and now they've all turned pro, which is the right thing to do. Turn pro after the Olympics, and now they're doing good, and I'm wishing them all the success in the world, and I really think they will do that as well. I think they will be very successful.
So, when did the decision come to sort of come out here and set your life out here? You know, at what part of in the last couple of years did that come here specifically to LA?
Right. Well, I was training out here for my last 3 pro fights. I trained with Tommy Brooks in LA, down in Torrance, and I loved the place. My wife loved the place as well, so I applied for my green card, and we wanted to move away. It worked out great, really, because even though I love Sunderland, I'm proud to be from the area. Everyone knows that. If I stayed there after I retired, I don't know what I would have done, because I don't think in Sunderland this would have happened. All these opportunities that I've been had out here, they're not out there in the UK.
I kind of know what you mean. It's like you come here and you start a new chapter in your life, and I suppose being back home is a constant reminder of what could have been.
Yeah, that's it. Like it's a new chapter in my life. So if I was back home, I would have been probably even more depressed than I was when I was about to retire, because out here it takes your mind off it. Like you say, it's a new chapter, it's a new start. I've got new goals, meeting new people. Even though I speak to all my friends from back home, they come and visit us. It's amazing. This is the best place for me.
I remember seeing on Sky Sports, I don't know, maybe about a year and a half ago, you and Mickey Rourke. What's the deal with that now?
Well, I met Kevin, my business partner, in another gym, and then we decided we're going to open another gym because we left that place. And Mickey Rourke's missus, his girlfriend, she was like, "Oh, me and Mickey's interested in opening the gym as well. Why don't we do it together?" So we were like, "All right, fine." Mickey's going to be an investor in the gym. We never had a great load of money to put into it, so we spoke to Mickey, and he's all for it, opening a boxing gym. And then when it come, then we found the building, then we found the place. It come at the very last minute. Then a few of the terms from Mickey's end seemed to change, and we didn't agree, and we just decided to go out separate ways. So it was me and Kevin and Mickey went and did his own thing. So now it's the best thing the best thing that we've done now is just me and Kevin. We get on great together. The business is great. We didn't really need a third party, so we went our separate ways.
But the relationship with Mickey Rourke was just left how it was?
I've not supported him since.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Moving forward now, what's your long-term plans now for yourself and for the gym?
For myself personally, grow a family with my wife from Sunderland as well, in America, and for the gym wise, we've got big dreams, big plans of expanding, getting another location elsewhere, and another location eventually. We want to be big. My dream is now to have the best boxing gym in the world, not just in LA or California. I want to have the best one in the world, and I really believe that I can do it. Like I say, I'm 28 years old now. I've got a huge head start, and I'm putting all my time and energy into this that I put in success in boxing. And I was pretty successful in boxing, so I'm hoping that I can carry it over and be pretty successful with this.
As you can tell from the other day, I'm pretty useless as a boxer, but if there's a job going here, Tone, I'd come here. Just so you know.
You come out here and move out here?
I'd come here. Listen, do you know what? But as you know, like, we cover the British boxing scene. I was just saying to you, out there that, I was saying to Glenn out there that there isn't many people doing what I do in England, but here it's like the online side of boxing is quite big because there's so many people doing it. So I kind of think that with our iFilm London, IFL TV, we sort of filled a void there of that side of boxing.
Yeah.
As you know, like boxing doesn't get exposure in England as much as it should. We've literally got, you know, maybe like ringside once a week, you know, Bunce's Boxing Hour once a week and things like that. And apart from that, everything's left to social media. So everything's left to YouTube and, you know, and all these things. So
you're totally right. I don't know if you've seen the Facebook thing I put on my fan page. I mentioned you in it. I said that you're probably the best promoter in boxing, and you're not a promoter.
Yeah.
You promote the shit out of all these fighters, which is awesome. I wouldn't be half as knowledgeable if it wasn't for you doing these videos. And I know I speak for so many people when I say that, because everyone relies on you, Kugan Cassius, and your team, the iFilm TV team, to promote these fighters. Now you've come to LA, and now you're getting the boys trained at the Wild Card, which is awesome. You go to press conferences, which is great. You're keeping the British public up to date on boxing. And like I say, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have a clue what's happening with all the Olympians, the new Olympians, all the current Olympians, with James DeGale. You're always covering George Groves' goals, you're covering everything. So I think I speak for anyone who's boxing fans to thank you, Kugan, for what you do for boxing. It's amazing. UFC is miles better promotions than boxing. I know it's one organisation, and people will debate about this all day, but I've been training a UFC fighter, Brendan Schaub, heavyweight, and I went to Toronto when he fought. I was in his corner, and I seen the way the UFC do it compared to where boxing do it. They put us in a 5-star hotel, a Hilton hotel. My last fight, I was put in a motel. When Frank Murray put us in a motel, a minging hotel, and they promote the fighters like crazy. They've got no disrespect, they've got 10 Kugan Cassiuses running around doing the fighters, coming to the gyms all the time. Boxing hasn't done it. If you watch a UFC weigh-in compared to any boxing weigh-in, apart from like a Mayweather maybe or a Pacquiao, the UFC weigh-ins are done amazing. They promote the shit out of the fighters. I wish that some of the British promoters, or even American promoters, would take a leaf out of their book and promote boxing a little bit better. What do you think about that?
No, 100%. I mean, like I said, out here, especially, like, you know, I don't really follow UFC, to be honest. As you know, I follow, maybe I'll watch the bigger fights in UFC, but I wouldn't call myself a UFC fan. But boxing-wise, in England, like I said, I've been to weigh-ins before, Tony, where there's no camera apart from mine now.
Wow.
I've been to press conferences where there's no camera apart from mine now.
Yeah.
So I do think to myself sometimes, if we weren't doing what we're doing, I'm not blowing smoke or anything, I'm just saying if we weren't doing what we're doing, then how do I watch it, or how does anyone watch it if you're a boxing fan? And you know, I don't know what the long-term the plan is for it. I mean, I know everyone's doing their thing, so whether it's Eddie Earn or Frank Warren or whoever it is, they're doing their thing, and all for the good of the sport, but we're just trying to do our bit. Like I said, and it's not all about things like Foxgrove sells itself, as you know. You know, it hypes itself. It's more or less for the people that are starting off, the boxers that people don't know about. This is, you know, they might not get, say, the views and exposure that they should get, but I do feel that that's where the key is to, you know, because we haven't got to sell Foxgroves. I mean, we get big numbers from that anyway, but it's the kid that's from a remote part of England that no one's heard of, who's like 5-0 or 6-0. That's really where it should be.
Totally right. Promoters want the ticket sellers, right? That's right. If a boy sells tickets, the promoter will sign them and put them on. If the way a boy can sell tickets, if he's promoted, if people know about him, he'll be able to sell more tickets. So I don't know why the promoters don't invest a little bit more time into the individual boxers, the young ones coming up, to promote them more, to get the name a bit bigger, so people want to buy tickets to sell them. So it's like a big roundabout. If you put more money into your fighter, you'll be able to sell more tickets. That's the way I look at it, and I can't say how I'm wrong that way. You know what I mean? If they promote the fighter will sell the tickets, the promoter makes money, the fighter makes money, everyone wins. You've just got to put a bit more time. Like when I was, I'm talking, especially my experience, when I had press conferences, I was with Frank Maloney. my dad would the one who was get in touch with the press. You get a few press there for a press conference when we even had Steve Molitor fighting for a world title in Sunderland. The press was shit, mate. There was hardly anyone there. And I think, and this is a big world title fight in Sunderland, and we've got a few press there from my dad. We've only done no promote. The promoter didn't promote. Do you know what I mean? He relies on other people to promote. It's and the card promoted, so they should really. But that's something I feel strongly about, that the promoters don't do the jobs good enough, is in promoting the fighters.
I mean, I will say one thing. In the last 2 years, I do think boxing, in quite a few weight divisions, is at the biggest it's been, as in for fighters overseas knowing who we are. Like I said, the heavyweight division is what it is, but we have a lot of talks about heavyweights at the moment. You know, I'm not saying they're the best heavyweights in world boxing, but I'm saying that at least they're on the map. And if you move down the divisions, I think right now there is, you know, quite a few fighters on the cusp of world title dreams, and that they could achieve this year. So I do think it's on the up. Yeah. But it needs to improve, like you said, you know. And
yeah, it would be even more if the promoters promoted them even better. But it's because we've got talented fighters. The fighters are really talented, and they're coming through from the amateurs, like you say. The Olympics I was in, the 2008, was great, bringing the boys in. Now the 2012 Olympics, done great. All these prospects coming through, the guys who never qualified for the Olympics, who turned pro, they're still also doing great. So, like you say, I think boxing's doing good, better than it's been in a while, and it's just going to do better and better. Yeah. But I think it could do with more Cougar and Cassius people.
I don't want another Cougar and Cassius.
Nah, it'd be hard to get another Cougar and Cassius, but people who can do that. But I don't know. I've got to ask you. I don't know if you want to see on camera or not. Yeah. Who funds iFilm London?
Well, iFilm London's pretty much self-funded, to be honest.
Whose company is it? Yours?
It's owned by myself and James Helder, who.
Right.
It's two of us that do everything. That's why a lot of the times we can't go everywhere and be everywhere at the same place. So, you know, we just do things that we think for the benefit of everything.
So how do you make money?
Money-wise, like I said, there's a profit. At the moment, the company doesn't really, I wouldn't say it necessarily makes a profit. It's been going for 3 years. We've been trying to build it up and get its name out there, which I think we've kind of done now.
Yeah.
But this year, I mean, the money, it looks to be, will come through advertising, sponsorship, that sort of thing. Because we get decent amount of, you know, exposure and views and things off the internet. So that'll be valuable to someone. So that's something we're going to work on this year.
Yeah.
But like I said, a lot of it is self-funded. We get help for expenses sometimes, like hotels and travel from promoters. Yeah. Like Eddie Hearn and etc. So that helps us. But pretty much everything's self-funded. You know, me coming here now, I'm on holiday now. Do you know what I mean? Right. It seems ridiculous for me to doing what I do, not to come here and not to be able to talk to you on camera. So that's why my camera's here. But I'm not here doing any sort of work. I'm here on a vacation, if you like. So but this year, like I said, we want to turn it into something that is not necessarily profitable, but just so it means we can keep going doing what we're doing, and we're not backed into a corner where we can't do it anymore because we can't afford to go somewhere, if you understand what I mean.
So that's good that you're doing that. It's really good that you are. It's amazing for boxing, and everyone agrees. Well, you've got like nearly 15,000 subscribers. I was at that.
Yeah, I mean the subscribers should be, I feel should be higher, but you know the views are touching nearly 16.5, 17 million in the space of just over 2 years since the boxing side of it started. So that'll keep dramatically rising. So
hopefully the more you do, the more money can come your way, and you can keep it going.
We've got, like I said, avenues where we do get a little bit of revenue, but as a profitable thing at the moment, it's not, you know. So, but we'll just keep going and see what we can do.
Hopefully, these promoters will will pump money into you so you can do all this. And
that's the dream.
Come on, promoters, give Coogan some money. We need him. We need him in boxing. We need him in America to see what the British fighters are doing.
Definitely. All right, well, listen, Tony Jeffries, thank you very much for first of all the session the other day. I didn't thank you for it in the morning, but it was good. I'm glad I did it. And like I said, thanks for the tour of your gym and talking. Very honest interview. I'm glad you sort of half opened up here, so thank you very much.
Thanks, mate. Nice having you here.
Alright, this is Coogan Cassius with Tony Jeffries here at Box and Burn Gym for IFL TV. Thank you very much.